Hey guys, Jack Atlas Fan 69 here. Today, I'm finally going to be talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's. However, it's not going to be anything of real substance like character arcs, duels, why I hate Speed Warrior. No, today I want to talk about this stupid fucking outfit that Jack Atlas wore in literally just episode 31 and then never again. Something about this ensemble just wormed its way into my subconscious, the same way it would worm its way into a child's nightmares.
Nightmare, 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 nightmare.
Nobody will know it's you under there.
I look like a discotheque reject. I feel absurd.
To briefly summarize how the fuck we got here, after losing his duel against Yusei on Rainbow Road N64, Jack Atlas loses control of his vehicle and drives right into the Golden Chain Chomp, breaking most of the bones in his body. Novice mistake. Not only that, ever since he lost his title, word started to spread that Jack Atlas actually used to be a poor person, who came from the poor people place they put all the poor people, so their poorness can't interfere with Neo Domino City's perfect society. In the midst of his crisis, he runs into a bunch of stupid fucking antics and eventually meets Carly, who is my second favorite Jack Atlas fan. She basically blackmails him into going on a date with her, but due to the recent controversy, he can't just walk around in his usual fuck-ass outfit. He needs a disguise. Oh, sorry, I thought we were following Jack Atlas. This is Jimmy World Map. My mistake.
You need to just wind down and have some fun, Jack.
I hate fun.
Even without seeing the rest of the episode, This is already a lot to take in at once. Let's start with the stupid hat. Notice how it's massively oversized, which is clearly to accommodate Jack Atlas's spiky hair. Like, despite the need to be incognito, he absolutely would not compromise on having one of the dumbest hairstyles in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! This also extends to a lot of the other things that Jack insists on keeping from his original outfit. The big necklace here isn't the biggest giveaway, so I think that's fine, but notice how he keeps the big stupid belt buckle with the giant letter A on it, which is not only huge and attention grabbing, but the letter A motif is one of the most integral parts of Jack Atlas's professional branding. You can't see it in the shot, but he also keeps the giant letter A earrings that literally only the real Jack Atlas owns, and that literally only the real Jack Atlas would dare be seen outside with, in public. Last but certainly not least, another thing I didn't notice until I had to watch this walk cycle with my own two eyes is that he keeps his stupid knee-high Jack Atlas boots that completely clash with everything else on his outfit, and this looks bad. It looks really bad, and having to look at this stupid walk cycle makes it worse. Honestly, the jacket is kind of okay. It's probably the least offensive part of the outfit. But look at the shirt he's wearing underneath. Not only is the collar stupidly large, but it also has the same exact silhouette as the collar on his big stupid Jack Atlas coat. Actually, now that I'm realizing, this is literally just the shirt he wears all the time normally. Actually, the pants look pretty much the same too. Did he literally just change jackets and add the hat and sunglasses? This is such a shitty fucking disguise. Why did they think this would work? The sunglasses actually aren't that bad on their own, but for some reason, the animators just have the worst time making it look good in pretty much every shot. Like, look at this. Look at all of this. Why did they do this? It doesn't even work as a disguise. This random kid immediately clocks Jack Atlas as soon as he sees them. Yugioh and what's-her-name clock him as soon as they see him. They're not even convinced for a second by this. Like, even if they put effort into the clothing, he's still 7 feet tall with blonde hair and purple eyes. It's not exactly rocket science discerning he's Jack Atlas. What the fuck? This disguise is completely useless, and I hate looking at it. Now, how do I get my hands on it?
Jack, that was my hat.
Sorry about that.
Alright, let's get serious here for a minute.
Why so?
How am I, the humble 5D's watcher, going to steal his look? And more importantly, how much is it going to cost me? Let's start at the top and work our way down. First, there's the matter of his big stupid hat. Fortunately, my hair isn't larger than my actual head, so I can afford to buy a normal sized hat. After a little bit of modest research at 1 in the morning, I've come to the conclusion my best bet here would be a Navy 8-panel Baker Boy cap. so I searched on Google and found the first thing that looked like it fit the bill.
What? What the fuck?
So I searched on Google and found the second thing that looked like it fit the bill. I think this specific hat finds a nice balance between size and shape, the color is pretty spot on, and it's not $350.
Money.
When it came to the sunglasses, my best bet was any of the frames where it zoomed in on Jack Atlas's face, and the animators had to actually give them some fidelity, instead of doing whatever the fuck this was. Based on what we do see of them, I've concluded that these sunglasses are hexagon shaped, have narrow rimless lenses that are fairly dark, and have a black frame. While this exercise felt like the perfect excuse to pick up a pair of Ray-Bans, nothing in their catalog really matched this description, so it's back to random Google searches. Unfortunately, it was an absolute nightmare finding anything that remotely fit these criteria. It's almost like these sunglasses would look horrible on somebody who isn't a 7-foot-tall Giga Chad, and that no fashion brand would waste their resources trying to produce and sell this fucking garbage. I can't even break the unspoken rule and search for cosplay pieces because, as I've been saying all along, this is a stupid one-off outfit that appeared in one episode of an anime that aired 16 years ago. I feel like I'm losing my fucking mind pushing this boulder up the hill. Anyway, the closest thing I managed to find was this pair from a brand called Shade Freak. It's not a perfect match, but I feel like it's the best I'm going to find without completely losing my mind.
Money.
When it comes to his accessories, specifically the earrings and necklace, I'm especially certain that nobody in their right mind would try to sell these as legitimate fashion pieces, so this is where I have to break the unspoken rule and look for actual Jack Atlas cosplay pieces. Anyway, here's a pair of Jack Atlas earrings from AliExpress. They aren't actually a perfect match to the actual earring design, but considering the only realistic alternative is having them custom made, fuck it, $31 onto the total.
Money.
I'd say it would be a similar case for the necklace, but it turns out everywhere that did sell a Jack Atlas pendant is now completely sold out. I am tempted to try and hack job something together out of metal wire, tinfoil, and a dream,
I suck his dick with a smile for hours at a
but I'm just gonna put the first price I see on one of those websites and just move on.
Money.
Just pretend there's an asterisk on that dollar amount for I can't actually buy all of the things I talk about. Next, there's the white shirt underneath. I thought the massive size of the collar was going to be an impediment, given that attempts to find any collar this large had minimal success. As usual, Jack Atlas's nonsense has no compatibility with real fashion sensibilities. However, considering the size of the collar isn't even consistent within the episode, I took this as a sign that I can take liberties with the actual size so long as it's at least noticeable and keeps the correct approximate shape. In that regard, I think this white cotton shirt from Hawes & Curtis does a good job of fitting the bill for the price of $99.
Money.
The jacket is a case where I have to ask myself some tough questions. Namely, what material is this jacket even made out of? The animators don't exactly give the jacket any kind of texturing, because why the fuck would they? However, I think the best I'm going to get in this regard is this scene toward the end of the episode. Not only can we see how the material of the jacket bends, but we also get a good look at how it reflects the light of the sunset. And based off the information we're given, I think I can make a couple decent assumptions. First of all, I think the specific lack of texturing on the jacket means it's a pretty flat material, so that strikes out something like denim or wool. The way the material sags here suggests to me that it's definitely not a fitted jacket, and my best guess is that this material is either polyester or suede. There's also no visible pockets on the front or any kind of patterning on the jacket, and while there's definitely no signs of any buttons on here, I could easily believe that it has a zipper, the animators just didn't feel like drawing it. Because again, why the fuck would they? However, the two details I do specifically notice are that there are seams along the shoulders and that the wrists end with an elastic band. Given everything, the jacket I have chosen that fits all of these criteria is this lightweight bomber jacket from Independent Trading Company. I will say that while I do think this touches on all of the points I've covered, it also has the addition of 2 side pockets. I think this is okay. I think I'm willing to say that these are just discreet enough to where they could believably be on the original jacket, just not animated, and I would also attribute this to the jacket being intended as something you would actually wear, rather than being a practical joke on anyone who has to look at it. And for 44 bucks, this is really good. I might actually consider buying this.
Money.
The actual belt itself seems to just be a normal brown belt, and mercifully, I can just say that any old leather belt you can get for like 20 bucks will work here just fine.
Money.
As for the belt buckle, you might think this would require breaking the no cosplay rule again, but there's actually a lot of services that allow you to order custom belt buckles. The price of this varies incredibly, but given the relative simplicity of the design, I would say you could get the iconic Jack Atlas A buckle for roughly $100. Not bad.
Money.
Based on what little we see of the pants, I would say these are also relatively painless, and I'd simply call them navy dress pants. Here's a pair that costs 50 bucks, which also isn't that bad.
Money.
And finally, for the boots, if it was just an ordinary pair of white knee-high boots, there'd be more of a discussion, but since there's so many specific touches and flourishes on here, we have to go back into the realm of cosplay. Fortunately, here's a pair of Jack Atlas boots that go only for 60 bucks.
Money.
Alright, there it is. For just under $500, I could put together this exact outfit. Of course, as I've been gesturing toward for a bit now, I would never actually do that. If I did buy this outfit, I know for certain the hat and sunglasses would whisper things to me like the Green Goblin mask. Besides, what's even the point of looking like this in public if I don't have female Shinji Kido there to hype me up? It just doesn't make any sense. So, just like Jack Atlas did at the end of episode 31, I think it's time to say goodbye to this outfit once and for all. Wait, where the fuck did that collar come from? I completely forgot about this until just now, but Jack Atlas's outfit usually has this saucy blue collar around his neck. A minor accessory to be sure, but it's one that he wasn't wearing this entire episode. In fact, it only just now appeared after Jack Atlas got rid of the hat. He didn't just put it on or anything. Ostensibly, everything he took off previously was kept in this bag Carly has. He literally just turned around and the collar was there. The only logical explanation is that it has something to do with the hat. I think the hat itself had some sort of optical light bending technology that rendered the collar invisible while the hat was on Jack Atlas's head. This technology may sound like science fiction, but the setting of Yugioh is no stranger to optical projection technology. After all, it's a technology that Kaiba Corp developed all the way back in Duel Monsters. It's a technology that forms the structural backbone of Yu-Gi-Oh's setting, and in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's, it's so commonplace that even children and the poor people in Satellite have reliable access to it. This would also give an alternative explanation for why his hat is so big. It doesn't just contain Jack Atlas's stupid hair, but also an optical projection relay roughly the size of a dual disk's main body. I will say that even though Jack Atlas would have easy access to this technology, it's still in the realm of science fiction in the real world, so this is going to tack on a modest amount of money toward the price of the outfit.
Money.
I suppose the only question that's left is why? Why did Jack Atlas go through this instead of just taking the collar off? And then it hit me. Maybe Jack Atlas can't take the collar off. Oh my god, it's a bomb collar. His racist eugenicist employers put a bomb collar around his neck so that if Jack Atlas ever says or does something that goes against their wider goals, they can just press a button and dispose of him for good. Oh my god, now I understand. I guess people always did say that Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's was one of the darkest shows in the franchise, but this completely goes above and beyond my expectations. And that's gonna be the end of this video. I've actually had pretty bad writer's block for a little while now, trying to make a new video, and I guess this one just kinda happened, so, good. Anyway, don't forget to like the video and leave a comment about your favorite part of episode 31 of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's. And of course, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell. Because I told you to do it. You don't need another reason.